What's up guys, my name is Jessica. I'm here with JRL USA and today I'm going to show you how I do a cropped textured haircut. We're going to do a skin fade on the sides and also a little design. So let's get started. So first I'm going to start off with our FF2020 clipper. This is our latest and greatest. This has 4 hours of runtime. There's 2 speeds, 6,000 RPMs and 7,200 RPMs. Unlike our other models, this one does have an adjustable lever on the side, which opens up to a true 1, so that's awesome. So my first step with this is I'm going to put my 1.5 guard on and just take off some of this bulk. So as you noticed, when I put in this first guideline, I dropped it down in the back to preserve the crown. You don't want to cut that off. And I stayed just below the parietal ridge. So now I'm going to repeat this step on the other side. So now that I have taken most of the bulk off the sides, I'm just going to go in, clipper over comb, and take this bulk off and just kind of give it my initial shape. Now, whenever you're doing clipper over comb, just remember to tilt your comb out so that way you can build a nice shape and keep some weight. So now that I have my rough shape set in, I'm going to take my 2020 trimmer and bald out the bottom. Now this trimmer has 2 hours of runtime and also has 7,200 RPMs, which is the same as our clipper, so it's super powerful. So I like to stretch out my fades, so I like to keep my bald line a little bit lower so it gives me more room for my fade, so that way I don't cut into the shape. So, and as you can see, I drop down in the back as well, following the shape of the head. So I'm going to repeat this on the other side. Now my next step is I have my 1.5 guard and I'm going to take it just about 1/2 inch above this guideline. Now the key here is to have a loose wrist so that way you can get a nice flick so you don't create any harsh lines. So now that I have this done, I'm going to take all my guards off and close my lever halfway so that way it's a half, and just work out this guideline that I have here, making sure I have that loose wrist and flicking at the same time, and also following the shape of the head and the guideline that I set in. So we'll do that. After that step, I'm going to close my blade all the way and just continue working this guideline out, flicking my wrist and utilizing the corner of my blade. So now that I have blended out that initial guideline, I blended my way down and then worked my way back up to a 1. And now that I have that blended out, I'm going to put my 1 guard on and just continue blending up. Alright, so now that we have that done, I'm going to move to the top. And for the top, I will be using our Fresh Fade 140. This is our 2nd generation clipper. This one has up to 5 hours of runtime, up to 7,500 RPMs. And whenever you use clippers on the top, I like to close the lever just a little bit. You don't want to close it all the way because you might bite your fingers. But if you leave it open a little bit, then you won't have to worry about it. So first off, I'm going to start with a mohawk section and take it straight up and just cut to my desired length. So now that I have established my length with that center mohawk, I'm going to take horizontal sections and just work my way back. So now that I have finished doing all of my horizontal sections on the top, I'm just going to come in with clipper over comb and take this bulk off and really put in my shape. So now that I've taken most of the bulk off right here, one technique I like to do using clipper over comb is put your comb up there and go vertically with it instead of horizontal. And what that does, it almost acts as like a texturizing shear to help just lighten any dark spots without really taking off any length. Now, I'm not a fast hair cutter in general, but especially whenever I'm doing clipper over comb and really establishing my shape, I take my time. I like to chip away. So just a little at a time to make sure I don't make any holes or go into the curvature of the head. So definitely take your time. So now that I have shaped it all, I'm going to take vertical sections to just connect the top to the sides and take off any of these corners just to finalize my shape. So now with my trimmers, I'm going to outline the hairline right here, kind of line up the front a little bit, and then after that we will go into the top again and do some texturizing with our 1040. And last but not least, I'm going to add a little design on the side. And if you wanted to texturize the top, you totally can still do that with clippers. You just pick up your hair like you would normally, and you're gonna point cut exactly how you would with shears. Alright everyone, so this is the finished look. Off camera, I detailed with the blade all around there, the design, washed him out and styled. This is the final look.